Okay, I want to go over graphing this equation, which is in general form of our parabola. And then I want to talk about how we would write up the domain and range as well. So when we graph this, the first thing we want to do is we want to notice if there's anything we can tell. And one of the things we can tell is when we look at the coefficient, the leading coefficient, I can tell this opens up. And this can be useful because this can tell us things like, hey, do I have any x-intercepts to even look for? First thing I'm going to do is the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the x-intercept. So negative b over 2a. So negative 6 over 2 times 1, so negative 3. And then to find the y-coordinate, I take this back in, so negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3 plus 5. So 9 minus 18 plus 5. So 9 minus 18 is negative 9 plus 5. This gives me negative 4. So then my vertex is at negative 3, negative 4. This is my vertex. Now I can tell looking at this that I will have x-intercepts because, again, I'm going to come down here and start my graph. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my vertex, and I open up, which means I can see I will run in to that x-intercept. Now remember, the y-intercept is always just c, so that's going to be 0, 5. So come back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my intercept. Now I want to find my x-intercept. So I'm going to do 0 equals x squared. What do I got here? Plus 6, x plus 5. This is easily factorable. X plus 5, x plus 1. So then x equals negative 5, negative 1. So then I come back up here, negative 1, and let's see here, 3, 4, 5. So there is my graph. My axis of symmetry is always going to go right here through the x coordinate of the vertex. So this is x equals negative 3. Okay? And I can see that these are nicely equidistant to each way. Now to find the domain and range, the domain of this keeps getting, is always going to be all reals. And really for any parabola, this is usually true. Now my range, though, is going to either start or end with my vertex. In this case, it's going to start. So I'm going to start at negative 4, and then I go off to positive infinity. Now remember, I do include my vertex, so I would want to bracket here. Parenthesis, I always use a parenthesis and open-ended for infinity. And so then that gives us our answers. So we got a lot of information out of this. So you can see here, label the vertex and axis of symmetry as well as any intercepts. We got all 3 intercepts. We labeled the axis of symmetry, we labeled the vertex, and we found the domain and range. And the main thing is making sure we know that vertex formula so we can easily find it.